The Trump administration on Tuesday announced sanctions against Iran and Venezuela, targeting companies that have been involved in the production and sale of drones. The U.S. Treasury Department took aim at 10 individuals and entities based in Venezuela and Iran over issues including purchases of Iranian-designed drones. The administration is also sanctioning 3 Iran-based individuals in connection with efforts to acquire chemicals for ballistic missiles, as well as the 2 companies and 3 people in Iran with connections to Iran's UAV and aerospace program. Among those impacted are Venezuelan company Empresa Aeronautica Nacional S.A. and its chair, Jose Jesus Urdaneta Gonzalez, which it said have acquired these Iranian-designed UAVs. The new sanctions come as President Trump has ramped up pressure on Venezuela by imposing sanctions on embattled President Nicolas Maduro and ordering military strikes on a facility he said was used as a dock for alleged drug boats. U.S. officials said the sanctions are intended to disrupt Iran-Venezuela cooperation that supports Tehran's military-industrial complex. Trump on Monday also warned to strike Iran if leaders pursue a nuclear weapon. And DD India's Akhilesh Suman gives us more perspective here from New Delhi. Akhilesh, so how are these U.S. sanctions intended to disrupt Iran-Venezuela cooperation overall?
US has a problem with everyone who wants to cooperate against itself. So in that way, US and Iran cooperation, Venezuela and Iran cooperation is really a problem for US because US is, pressurizing Maduro to leave the post of president, to leave Venezuela itself. Maduro is trying hard to consolidate his power and capacity in Venezuela. On the other hand, Iran is being accused by Israel that it is again trying to, work on nuclear, enrichment. In that situation, that US thinks that Iran-Venezuela cooperation will help each other in the way that they can get finances for that, and they can also get chemicals and required materials for that. And because US understand itself that any problem in the Middle East will be the problem for US itself, and also it has an idea that in Venezuela Sea, US has some other plans. US a different type of situation in Venezuelan area. So in that way, US thinks that Iran-Venezuela cooperation will affect US interest in the whole area in the Middle East and in those areas. So I think that is why, propels Donald Trump and his administration to put sanctions against entities who are cooperating with each other for either for drone technology, and US thinks that Iran is getting materials for its own enrichment, chemicals. And also, because it is selling those, then it will also get some finances for those activities. So that is why I think US has put sanctions, the Treasury Department has put sanctions against the entities who are involved in drone trade between Iran and Venezuela.
Okay, has there been a reaction from Venezuela or Iran on these latest sanctions?
Actually, I think till now there has been no reaction from both the countries about sanctions. But I hope that within coming hours, reactions will come because Iran always reacts the US sanctions. Iran always reacts whatever US tells against Iran. So in that way, I am waiting because 3 days earlier, when Netanyahu and Donald Trump meet. And when Trump said that they will put much pressure against Iran, Iran reaction came, and Iran said that we don't need permission from any other country to do whatever you want to do. So in that way, I think against these sanctions also Iran will come swiftly with the reaction. Venezuela is a different case. Venezuela reacts, but Venezuela always gives a guarded reaction. because Venezuela has always been trying that there should be some negotiated settlement between US and Venezuela, though US still now has not, obliged Venezuela in any way. But we hope that in coming hours, some reaction will come from Iran at least, and from Venezuela, surely Venezuela will also react somehow or other.
Yeah, there will be reactions from the regional partners of Venezuela as well. Let's see how the story pans out. Thank you very much, Akhilesh Suman, for reporting on the story.